Hey folks, this is a tutorial in GarageBand and how to do your own vocals at home in GarageBand with a remote producer who's providing you with an instrumental track that you can sing to. And it's pretty simple. So let's get started. We're going to open up GarageBand from my dock over here. If you can see my mouse. The first thing that comes up is this Choose a Project window, and you're going to select Empty Project. And it's going to ask you to create some tracks, and you're going to create two tracks. You're going to create one track here for your vocal, and then you're going to add a track with this little plus sign, and you're going to add another track for your instrumental mix. And we're going to identify what those guys are. Vocal. You can tab down to the next track. And we'll call that track. So you have two tracks. Track 1 and track 2. And you can go back and forth using your up and down arrows on your keyboard. Okay. Let's go to Preferences in GarageBand. The general page, we're going to leave the default setting. The audio MIDI page, you want to select your interface that you own. I have an Apogee. You might have a Focusrite or a Motu. There's a gazillion brands out there. Effects, you want to enable audio units. Let's not worry about MIDI drivers right now. Metronome, I'm going to leave on the default settings. Loops, just like that. My info, you can add all this information to your project when you open it up. It's up to you. Advanced, let's leave that alone. You're recording in 24-bit, which is fine. Auto normalize, I didn't check. Just because you might do things automatically that you don't want. So let's leave that alone. And you can get out of that window or any window with the Apple command, which is a key right next to your space bar on the left or the right, and the letter W. That's Command W. By the way, this window down here is Smart Controls, and it's the letter B is the shortcut. Right now, I'm going to get him out of there. Okay, so the letter B brings up the smart controls, which I'll explain later. All right, so we're going to get the track, and we're going to drag it into our template here. And our track is right here called Crazy Love. The tempo, as you can see, is 163. So we're going to bring our tempo here up to 163. All right, and the display mode, we're going to add time. We can have beats and time. And so we have our bar 1, beat 1, and our time code is 0. And you can see here's the cursor over here, and you want to get it all the way to the beginning of the project. All right, so let's drag in our instrumental track, Crazy Love, and we're going to drag it all the way to the beginning. Okay, and if we hit play, I'm going to take the volume down. If we hit play, you can hear the track. Okay, cool. And you can also see that the downbeats line up with the bars. See that nice big downbeat there? That's because we've created a tempo in the project that corresponds to the tempo of the track that I put together. So it's on a grid. So if you need to copy and do some edits, it's real easy because you're on a grid. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up that Smart Control area with the letter B on your keyboard. And down here, you're going to see Record Settings. And as long as make sure you have the vocal track highlighted. And you can see that the record level is pretty low. We want to get it to a little higher level, and we're using the Apogee number 5 because that's the input on my interface, Apogee number 5. So you might have Focusrite number 1 or Motu number 1. Just make sure you select the right input on your interface. And if you go back, your return will take you back to the beginning, and you hit the letter R, and you're in record. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Everything's working good. It's a pretty hot level. You might want to bring that back a little bit, and you could take off the automatic and just bring it back to a level that feels good and looks good. That's probably pretty good right there. Okay, so there's your vocal track. I think that's about it. Okay, and we'll discuss other things in the next video.